Hi there, my name is Christina and I will be informing you on training for bosses, supervisors, managers, what have you, to your subordinate employees. As you are in a position where you are managing employees, this training will be very important for you, your subordinates, and the entire workplace as a whole. It is no secret that political ideology can be a hot and controversial topic in the workplace. Since you are in some way in charge of your workplace, it is extremely vital that you as a manager are informed and ready to lessen and halt any political disagreements that may arise effectively and in a timely manner. Now, before we begin, it is essential that you watch our introductory video and take the training quiz as well, so that you may familiarize yourself with the basics of training on the basis of political ideology, as well as get a general idea of important concepts in order to learn about your own part, as well as others if you wish. With that said, let's begin. We will be covering several topics throughout the duration of this training video. Firstly, workplace discrimination and bullying. Secondly, guidelines for a safe and satisfactory workplace for yourself and your employees. Lastly, it's important that you lead a discussion with your employees for their input and opinions on how political ideology is handled in the workplace, how they think it can be improved, and an action plan to do so in a way to please everyone and make them feel safe at work. You are responsible for leading this discussion since you will be training them. Further, it is suggested to watch the introductory video and complete the module quiz again alongside your employees in order to foster this discussion. Let's begin by discussing workplace discrimination. Discrimination can be described as unjust or prejudicial treatment of different categories of people or things. Since political ideology often presents strong differences and disagreements between individuals on the basis of their own beliefs, discrimination can quickly come into play when dealing with this topic. As a manager, here are several ways you can deal with workplace discrimination on the basis of political ideology. Firstly, you should always be aware of the behavior of your employees. Never turn a blind eye to any behavior that may fall under the category of discrimination. Listen to your employees if they come to you with complaints or concerns regarding their own safety or the safety of their coworkers. It may be hard to believe that this behavior could be going on right under your nose, but it's your job to ensure the safety and satisfaction of your employees, which includes listening to them when they have any concerns or forming a resolution with all involved parties as quickly and effectively as possible as well. Next, let's talk about workplace bullying. There is a significant difference between discrimination and bullying. Bullying is described as the intent to harm, intimidate, or coerce an individual who the bullied perceives as weak, vulnerable, or different in an undesirable way. While it's important to have policies in place for discrimination, bullying is more serious in that it seeks to harm and intimidate. Most workplaces implement a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to bullying, and this is something that is very important to instill in your own workplace. Political conversations are known to escalate quickly and become divisive if not carried out in a healthy way, which is why it's so important to put in place a serious and consistent policy of your own when it comes to bullying among employees with serious consequences. As a manager, here are several ways to address and combat workplace bullying. First, make it clear that bullies will not be tolerated in the workplace environment. Stress the importance of a collaborative and cohesive workspace. Next, like discrimination, act on all reports and accounts of bullying, from primary individuals involved to eyewitness accounts as well. This shows your employees that you care and are devoted to your bullying response and consequence system. Lastly, make sure your specific chosen bullying policy is clear to your employees and implemented every single time it's needed. It is important that you remember discrimination and bullying, their definitions, defining qualities, and their differences, so that you may be an advocate for your employees should any of these actions and events occur in the realm of political ideologies among them. Next, let's discuss guidelines for a safe and satisfactory workplace for yourself and your employees. where political differences do not pose a threat for any individual party. By ensuring that your employees feel safe and valued regardless of their political opinions, you can eliminate unnecessary drama and discomfort for each individual in your care. Since it is understood that it's non-productive and in some states unlawful to discriminate against current or potential employees on the basis of expressed or perceived political opinions, here are some ways to make sure your workplace is functioning with this ideal at its core. Primarily, implement a clear picture of appropriate versus inappropriate topics of conversation within the realm of politics for your employees. This will help lessen tension and aggression when conversations get too heated and out of hand. Clear boundaries will be likely to encourage employees to steer clear of touchy subjects that might cause disagreements among them. Next, make sure your employees feel free to talk to you about any instances or conversations that make them feel uncomfortable, ostracized, discriminated against, or even bullied. By being supportive and approachable, your employees will be more likely to clue you in on what is happening among and between them, especially if you follow our next bit of advice: to always act according to your own set rules and take initiative to act as a liaison or disciplinary figure when needed, which hopefully will not be often. Now that you have learned how to be an effective manager for your employees and workplace, as previously mentioned, we strongly suggest that you watch our other training modules and include your employees on the applicable sections, especially our introductory and quiz sections. This can open the floor for a healthy and productive conversation, including everyone in your workplace. This ensures that everyone is clear on any implemented changes you will be making after watching this new training video as a manager. Communication and honesty are always the best policies in order to make sure everyone's voices are being heard and respected. Thank you for watching, and we hope you have enjoyed this segment of the training as well as learned helpful tips for managing your employees in the best and most satisfactory way. Happy training!